Hey guys, what's up? My name is Art. It's actually Thursday morning at 12:07 in the morning. Um, this past week has been very, very interesting. Work has been off the wall crazy. Um, because everybody's asking me, well, let's just put it this way: when you work for the federal government, people ask you the most questions because they come to you for it. And when you say you got to go over here to the IRS for that, they don't understand because you pay me. I'm like, oh my goodness, oh my gosh. But anyway, enough work on that. I was so exhausted when I woke up this morning. I was so exhausted. I was exhausted. Drank 2 cups of coffee, powered through my day. Got done at 4 o'clock, and I took a nap till 7. That's how tired I was. Woke up feeling a little bit better. Ate a little something. Um, Dynamite Kid 100 gave me a phone call, and then all of a sudden I got sick. During the middle of the phone call, I got sick. And I say, hey, can I call you later? And usually when that happens, some when I say I get sick, I'm not even going to explain it. I just say I just got sick. After that, it drained. After I pass the sickness on, it drains. I feel drained, so I had to lay down for a little bit. Try to watch a little TV. I'm gonna try to hopefully get some sleep tonight. Try is the operative word. Try is the operative word. Okay. The last couple of days, yes, I know I'm wearing really ratty. This is my going to sleep shirt. Well, one of them. Uh, where was I? The last couple of days, I've been very busy during my downtime after work, reading. I read a book that I was about to read a book, and I started getting into it. And I was like, "Hey, I read this months ago." Toss it aside. Don't want to read something that I already read. I want to read something new that I bought. Now, true, some of the books I bought I already read them before. Sorry. Sometimes it's indigestion kind of stuff, which is fine. Okay, so I read technically within the last 3 days. Well, actually 2 days. I read 3 books. I'm gonna try to read a book a day. I have a feeling that at the end of this month, I'll be working from home for the end of this month, and after that, I'll be back in my office in June. And then that means I'll have less time to do stuff. But anyway, let's talk about what I read. The first book I read, it's not new. It's about 5 or 6 years old already. The funny thing is, it's about 5 or 6 years old, and then just at the time when I stopped reading comics, the more exciting stories showed up. That's the funny thing is, I was reading comics from like 2000 on a regular basis from '90s to 2005 or six. Stopped, kicked back in 2000, about 2008, 2009 for a little bit, then stopped. Then 2010 to like 2000, you know what I mean. Stop, go, stop, go. I read it for a while, then I stop. Read it, go, then I stop. So this is one story that I wish I'd have gotten. It's Thor. Now you might say, what the fuck is going on? Thor is a woman? Yes, this Thor is a woman. Oh my gosh, what happened? Well, long story short, whenever there's a hero, They had to shake it up a bit. They had to change things a little bit. They had to change something. And Thor, they did a lot of things. Well, one time I remember in the 80s, they made him a toad. They changed him to a frog. Yeah, they changed him to a frog and he had adventures as a frog. One story was that he can never heal. So that means he had to wear armor. In the mid 90s, every hero was armored up to the core. For Thor, he got cursed to where he can't heal, so he had to wear armor to protect himself. So, what's the most extreme thing you can do to Thor to make him more interesting, to get people into him again? Let's make him a woman. How are you going to do that? You got the actual Thor, his hammer Mjolnir. What happens is you make him not worthy of Mjolnir, and boom, there you go. So the story goes is this book called Secret Sin or something like the Ultimate Sin or Secret Sin or something like that, which I'm looking for as a paperback. Nick Fury whispers something in Thor's ear, and then boom, he's no longer worthy of carrying the sword. I mean the sword, hammer. So then what happened is all of a sudden a woman pops up with the hammer. And of course now you got to think about it. Now since this lady is wielding this hammer, everybody's like, His father Odin comes back. It's like, no, this girl's a thief. Not realizing he put an enchantment on whoever's worthy can wield the power of Thor. Not realizing that anybody could wield. Captain America could wield Mjolnir because he's worthy. In a fantasy world, Deadpool even lifted it. Don't ask me. This is a very unique story. Very unique story. And I liked it a lot because it threw everything out of order. And the funny thing is, because of that and the backlash, that it's a well written story. Very, real well written. And then what happens is within about a couple years, Thor comes back, becomes worthy again, and comes back and takes over again. And this Thor, her fate changed to somebody else. Now, one of the things is that I grabbed one of the variant comics that I was looking for, which shows her face, and got that for $5 with no problem, which is good. After about a year looking for it. This book right here doesn't tell you the identity of it, but I'm going to try to find the second one to this. See if I can, so that way I can read this story. And believe me, from what I heard, the new Thor that story is out right now, they're kicking fucking ass. Ooh, man. That's enough of that. Second book that I read in the last couple days is one of my favorite heroes, Daredevil. Now, you've seen the Netflix TV show Daredevil. I'm pretty sure most of you have. And I'm pretty sure most of you are like, man, that's kind of cool. This book right here is called Daredevil End of Days. Now, what happened was somewhere in the mid 2000s, Marvel had a ideal of, let's make the final stories of all these heroes. All the heroes, let's have a final story. Like, for example, they had one called Old Man Logan, which took so long. The story was super long. Where he meets the Hulk in the future, which is kind of fun. It's funny, but then again, so what happened? These guys. So this is the end of days, the last days of Daredevil. Not to go into too deep in the story, but this story is a very, very well written story, and Daredevil only plays a small part in it. That's the hilarious part. Daredevil only plays a small part of it. Now, when I say the last days of Daredevil, I'm not telling you exactly what it is, but you can understand what I mean. The last days of Daredevil, which talks about, and what happened is, it's trying to piece together what happened during his last days. And he did something which is kind of funny. If you ever heard of what's that Orson Welles movie? Citizen Kane. When he goes Rosebud, and all of a sudden everybody's trying to figure out what his Rosebud means. They pull that in there, and of course, by the time you get to the end of the book, you actually figured out what it actually was. It has the usual. It has the usual guest appearances of Bullseye. He makes his appearance in here, and the Punisher makes an appearance. Spider-Man makes a brief cameo. Some other people make some cameos, and it's hilariously. I say it's hilarious because the way how they do the cameos is just like, oh, okay, fine. And plus, like I said, of course, the Kingpin also makes an appearance in this movie book. If they made a movie, this would be an awesome movie to do. If they made a Daredevil movie, this would be an awesome Daredevil movie. And of course, there's also a silver lining in this movie. I keep saying the movie is a damn book. You got to read the rest of the book. If you have, some, I shouldn't spoil it, so that way it kind of gets people to read the book. But some people might already know what the spoiler already is, if you can kind of guess, because let's just say it's an interesting book. But I do like this, and I'm really glad. The first, was it Tuesday? No, Monday. Monday, I really read the first one, the first chapter out of 7, and I was tired. So then yesterday, I just blew the rest of it. Good book. Next and final book, which I just finished about an hour ago, is Hawkeye, My Life as a Weapon. I did a review of Hawkeye, but it was the second volume. This is actually the first one, and I actually found it, which is good. This guy Matt Fraction, who wrote this, very, very funny writer, very funny. Basically, what it is that, as you know, Hawkeye's an Avenger. He does the superhero thing. What happens when he's not doing his superhero thing? The hijinks he gets into when he's not being a superhero, that's what makes him more funny. There are supporting characters in here. Even the dog. There's a dog in here who's a supporting character, and the dog is funny. But, it's pretty cool. The artwork is pretty simple, which is good. I like that kind of support. It reminds me of Darwin Cook's artwork before he passed. Darwin Cook was an artist that drew a whole bunch of books from DC and Marvel, and I think some Marvel. And his artwork is kind of simple, but it's effective. Let me see if I can show you something. I can't really find a good page. Can't really find a really good page. But anyway, it's a very funny book. I was laughing my ass off because this shows him in a totally different light, makes him more normal than most people. But anyway, those are the 3 books I read for the last couple of days. Like I said, this is Thursday. I'm planning on reading this one book. It might take me 2 days to do. I might finish it by Friday, probably. And I got 2 or 3 more books I'm going to prep up for me to read. But one thing I like about it, it helps keeps my mind kind of busy in a way. It takes my mind off of things, because sometimes working from home, you're confined to the home. And in these days, even though you're confined, I don't know about where you are, but I am confined to my home because we have stay-at-home orders still. And yes, some things are open, but some things are not totally open yet. As my man Dynamite Kid 100 says, it ain't open. Open when you can actually go into the store and do stuff. You're right. And he's right. It's not really open. It just teasing. But then again, I'm a homebody normally. I'm much of a homebody anyway. So for me going to the gym, going to a comic book store or a gaming store or CVS or some kind of shopping, I'm always at home. I don't hike. I don't do anything like that. I don't really hang. I do hang out with some people, but not too often because they work too and they're busy. So I was like, hey, whatever happens, happens. But anyway, like I said, I'm a homebody, and that's so basically staying home is not really that much different than what I do anyway. So that's my show. That's Rob Van Dam right there. Oh, yeah, it's going on 12:30 now. Actually, it's 12:23, something like that. But anyway, that's my story for tonight. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. You want to share my stuff with, not my stuff. You want to share my little insights to your friends or family and everybody on the internet, please share this video. If you want to like it, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. If you want to leave me a comment, leave me a comment. Comment, not comment. Don't throw Haley's comment at me now. Okay, but anyway, I always get those words. My pronunciation get those words mixed up. I've got to know how to enunciate. But anyway, with that being said, I'm going to watch some Disney Plus while this is video's loading up, and after this video is loading up, I'm going to hit the sheet. I'm going to bed. What the hell? Wow, what a day. And tomorrow's going to be even wackier. So, with that, talk to you guys later.